Hello, welcome once again to this lecture series in Chemical Reaction Engineering 2. In last lecture, we have started with problem solving session of chapter number 26 and we have seen first two problems. Today we'll begin with problem number 26.3. Here we have been provided with 20%, 30% and 50% fraction of the particles of 1 millimeter, 2 millimeter, 4 millimeter. The reaction is taking place in plug flow reactor. Shrinking core model is applicable and chemical reaction is controlled. Tau is given 4 hours for 4 mm particles and we are required to find the residence time needed for 100% conversion of the solids. So time required for complete conversion for 4 mm particles is 4 hours. Chemical reaction control, so tau is proportional to R. So for 2 mm particles, tau will be 2, 1 mm particles, tau will be 1 hour. Here we don't have to do any calculations. By simple logic we can answer the question asked in the problem. The question is find the residence time needed for 100% conversion of the solids. So time required for complete conversion for 4 mm particles is 4 hours. So if we allow 4 hours, 1 mm and 2 mm particle definitely will be completely converted and 4 mm particles will also be completely converted in 4 hours if we allow the residence time for the complete mixture of the particles of 4 hours. So answer will be for 100% conversion of solids, tau, that is time required for the complete conversion of particles of all sizes, must be greater than or equal to 4 hours. Next, 26.4. So for the data of the previous problem, we have to find the mean conversion of solids for the residence time of 15 minutes. So residence time of 15 minutes is fixed by volume and volumetric rate. So for chemical reaction controlling shrinking core model, we know the expression 1 minus xb of Ri is equal to 1 minus T by tau of the size Ri whole cube. So if I use this expression, I can find out the conversion for each size and finally we want to find out the mean conversion for mixture of all the sizes. So here the radius is 1 mm, 2 mm, 4 mm. Corresponding time tau is 1 hour, 2 hour and 4 hours. So here the residence time is given in minutes. So I will convert this time into minutes. 60 minutes, 120 minutes and 240 minutes. Fri by F, fraction in the field of different sizes Ri. So in our case R1, R2, R3 is 0.2, 0.3 and 0.5. So with this equation, if I calculate 1 minus xb of Ri for each size of the particle, so 1 millimeter, I calculate with this. When I am calculating for 1 mm particle, I will substitute this T remains 15 minutes, tau is 60 and this I get as 0.422. Similarly, T is 15, tau is replaced with 120 minutes for 2 mm particle. So I get this 0.67 and for the third size, that is 4 mm, this T is 15 minutes and tau is 240. If I substitute and calculate, so this xb values for three different sizes R1, R2, R3, I am getting as 0.422, 0.67 and 0.824. So I know the fraction Fri by F. So if I want to find the mean conversion, that is the summation of this multiplied by the corresponding fraction. So in each case, I multiply 1 minus xb ri value by fri by f value of these corresponding r1, r2 and r3. So these three values I get, and summation of all these is xb bar, that is mean conversion in plug flow reactor. So these values are calculated and this summed up to 0.697. So summation 1 minus xb of ri for all sizes multiplied by fri by f, this fraction, these calculations I have done. These three values we have here, 1, 2 and 3, and this summation is 0.697, which gives 1 minus xb bar unconverted, mean value of unconverted. So converted will be xb bar 1 minus 0.697 and 0.303 we get, and this is your final answer. Next problem, shrinking core model, chemical reaction controls. Here mean conversion is given as 0.6, 60% conversion. So mean value of the conversion in fluidized bed reactor. So this mean value xb bar is for single size but all ages. Residence time distribution is there. So all ages we say. If the reactor size is doubled but contains the same amount of solid, so W1 is equal to W2. Other conditions being same means this feed rate as well as gas composition remains same. So same gas concentration, Ca01 is equal to Ca02, Fa01 is equal to Fa02, W1 is equal to W2. So what should be the value of mean conversion if we double the reactor size? So here, as we have seen earlier, residence time will be same in both the cases because this W and F is same. So here the reactor size do not play any role, weight of solids is important. So the conversion will remain same, conversion will be same. Next problem 26.6. Here the solids of unchanging size R is equal to 0.3 millimeter reacts with gas in a fluidized bed reactor. F0 feed rate 10 gram per second. W weight of solids 1000 grams. XB bar is 0.75, 75% mean value of conversion. Chemical reaction controls. We have to find W, this weight of solids in commercial fluidized bed reactor to treat 4 metric tons per hour. So we are going to treat this huge amount of volume of solids of size, same size, 0.3 millimeter. So here T bar is W by Fa0, that comes out to be 100 seconds. So here chemical reaction controls, and for mean conversion in fluidized bed reactor we have this expression, this we have derived. 1 by 4 tau by T bar minus 1 by 20 tau by T bar whole square plus 1 by 120 tau by T bar whole cube. If I use this expression here, now conversion, for conversions 75%, that is when the conversion is 0.75, this information I have, and then we have to extend it to commercial fluidized bed reactor. So here 0.25 means 1 minus xb bar is 0.25 because xb bar is 0.75. So this value. So 1 minus xb bar, if I use and solve for T by tau. So this expression here, this value of tau by T bar I have to calculate. So this is tau by T bar. So this I have to calculate by trial and error procedure. And if I calculate this value comes out to be 1.245, and so tau will be equal to 1.245 multiplied by 100, that is 124.5 seconds. Okay, so tau value I get here. We know this t bar is 100. Okay, so that value I am using, that is from experimental reactor. So tau required for complete conversion in this case is 124.5 seconds. Okay, whereas mean residence time is 100 seconds. Now we have to calculate for 98% conversion of solids. Okay, here for commercial fluidized bed reactor, but for 98% conversion. So 98% conversion means xb bar is 0.98, so 1 minus xb bar will be 0.02. Again same expression I use, and now for 0.02 what will be the value of tau by t bar, that also I can find out by trial and error. That comes out to be 0.081. So t bar value for commercial fluidized bed reactor, so this value is tau by 0.081, so this is 1537 seconds. My feed rate is 4 metric tons per hour, so I will just convert this seconds into hour. That comes out to be 0.4269 hours. So W will be T bar into FA0. Okay, so T bar in hours multiplied by FA0, metric tons per hour, hour will cancel out, and the final result we get 1.708 metric tons. So by that, using the expression 1 minus xb bar is equal to 1 by 4 into tau by t bar minus 1 by 20 tau by t bar square plus 1 by 120 tau by t bar cube, you have to do this calculation twice. First for 1 minus xb bar is equal to 0.25, that is experimental reactor, and we have to calculate it for 98% conversion in commercial fluidized bed reactor. So there 1 minus xb bar is 0.02. So for these both values we have to calculate tau by t bar by trial and error, that you can do. Here I have shown this table just to show the trial and error calculations. You can do it directly also. Now here what I have done, tau by t bar, this value I have taken from 0 to 1, and here this value is 100. So t bar is 100, tau will be equal to or definitely greater than t bar. So this value of tau by t bar may be greater than this value. So I am taking these values 0.1, 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 1, 1.2, 1.4, 1.6, and when I calculate this for these values, okay, so 1.2 and 1.4 I get these values 0.242 and 0.275. I want it for 0.25. That means from this I know my value is between one solution is between 1.2 and 1.4. So here if I try one or two values, I get this exact value 1.245, that is what you get. Then I want it for 0.02. Okay, for this I have calculated I want at 0.02. So you know for this value 0.024 it is 0.1, so it is between 0 and 0.1 definitely. So I take values between 0 and 0.1 here. Okay, and in between these values. So this is lying in between these values. So my solution is here, and for 0.02 I get this by trial error calculation 0.081. So you can calculate and write down your final results. Next problem 26.7. So here solved example 26.3 is given, and we have to repeat this for ash diffusion control. For ash diffusion control, it is given tau for 100 micron particle is 10 minutes. In earlier problem, it was chemical reaction controlling, and there tau was proportional to R. So here tau will be proportional to R square. So when we write it for tau is equal to K some constant into R square. So you calculate this constant, and using this constant you can find out for 50 micron and 200 micron tau. So tau for 50 micron is 2.5, for 200 microns it is 40, and given is for 100 micron particle it is 10 minutes. So we got this information from what? Earlier your data is for tau is proportional to R. Now we have tau is proportional to R square. Okay. So what we are doing here is we are trying to find out mean conversion. Now we have three different sizes and mixed flow. So XB bar is for all ages, and those if you further sum up for all sizes it becomes XB double bar. So XB double bar, this mean conversion for mixture of three different sizes 50 micron, 100 micron and 200 micron I have to find out. T bar is equal to 10 minutes, and that is given in solved example 26.3. So I am writing here the table. Ri, so 50 micrometer, 100 and 200. Tau, which I have calculated from the proportionality now for ash layer diffusion control, 2.5, 10 and 40. 2.5, 10 and 40. So this is not our minutes. Okay. So tau by T bar. Tau is 2.5 divided by 10.25. 10 divided by 10, 1, and tau 40 divided by 10, 4. So tau by T bar values we are getting from the data itself. Now we'll calculate 1 minus XB bar Ri. So 1 minus XB bar Ri for ash layer diffusion control, your equation changes now. So this constants will change. So 1 by 5 tau by T bar minus 19 by 420 tau by T bar. You can take third term also, but that contribution we are considering to be negligible, and we will solve it for first two. You can take third term also for more accurate results. So 1 minus XB Ri. So what we will get for this size? 1 minus XB bar of Ri I will get by these calculations. So for each size I am calculating this by using this expression without this, and then for XB double bar mean conversion for all sizes I will multiply for each size by this fraction Fri by F. So first this calculation 1 minus XB bar of Ri I am getting these three values. and then I am multiplying by the corresponding FRI values. You can refer to the data from the book, that is of solved example 26.3, and when I calculate that and sum up this, and finally this 1 minus xb double bar is nothing but, so this bracket indicates 1 minus xb bar and this only, except this last multiplication. Here we are taking, from this we are calculating 1 minus xb bar ri. So these values we have calculated, multiplied by FRI by F, these values we have calculated, and here we are summing up. So 1 minus XB double bar is 0.0989. So XB double bar will be 1 minus this value. So 1 minus this value comes out to be 0.9011. So 90.11% will be the mean conversion for the same example of 26.3 with ash layer diffusion controlling instead of chemical reaction controlling. Next problem 26.8. So here again we are repeating example 26.4. If the twice the stoichiometric ratio of gas to solid is used, okay, so you have to refer to solved example 26.4. So first go through all the steps in that solved example first carefully, as it is a solved example in the book and no new concept is to be introduced there for you. I am not discussing that. So first go through solved example 26.4 from your textbook Octave Levenspiel. So here the reaction is A and B. A is gas, B is solid, giving you the products. Here small b stoichiometric coefficient is 1. Same reaction, so the stoichiometric equation will remain same in both the cases. Even if you use the twice the stoichiometric ratio of the gas, that corresponds to feed rate. You are, if the stoichiometric requirement is 1:1, you are feeding it double, but stoichiometry, reaction stoichiometry will not change. It is 1 mole is requiring 1 mole. You are supplying in excess, that you have to keep in mind. So equation remains same, but Ca0, if it is say 1, now it will be changed from 1 to 2. It is doubled. We are considering it to be say 1 mole per liter. For the reaction controlling, you know tau is equal to rho br by b kg Cag, and that is 1 hour. So what this indicates? This equation, rho b, r, b and kg for a given situation. Rho b is constant, r is constant. So same material, same size, stoichiometric coefficient b will be same, reaction is not going to change, and kg is same gas environment. Only this concentration is changing. So all other terms you can consider to be constant. So tau is proportional to 1 by Cag, or you can say tau is equal to some constant into 1 by Cag. In any other environment, tau of Ca0 is proportional to 1 by Ca0, and in general tau for any Ca will be proportional to 1 by Ca. So time required for complete conversion is proportional to 1 by Cag, and Ca we use in general from Ca0 to any value. So if you take this ratio tau of Ca by tau of Ca0, that will be Ca0 by Ca, because this is inversely proportional to this becomes, so inversely proportional to Ca0, inversely proportional to Ca. So tau of Ca by tau Ca0 will be Ca0 by Ca. So tau for Ca will be, you can write as tau Ca0 into Ca0 by Ca. Okay, so this you can put a bracket here. Here the gas is assumed to be in mixed flow. So same conditions for example which we are considering, 26.4 solved example. Now we repeat for Ca0 is equal to 2. This concentration you are changing. So you have to note, concentration you are changing, not the stoichiometry. B is the limiting reactant. Okay. For Xb is equal to 0.9, Ca will be equal to 0.1. This is final. That means if conversion of solids is 0.9, same amount 0.9, because stoichiometry is 1:1, will be consumed, and what remains? End concentration 1.1. So Ca by Ca0 is 1.1 by 2. That means 0.55, or you can say Ca is equal to 0.55 Ca0. So in this case, this is going to be replaced, and Ca0, this value 0.55 Ca0, if you substitute, so we get it as 1.8181. Okay. So tau of Ca is equal to tau of Ca0 into this, you can put a bracket here. Okay, that is Ca0 by Ca. Ca0 by Ca. So Ca is 0.55 Ca0. Ca0 cancels out. It becomes 1 by 0.55, and that is 1.8181 hours. So for Xb bar is equal to 0.9, you get tau by T bar by trial and error 0.435. So T bar you can calculate. Okay. Tau by T bar calculated by trial and error from the equation, and tau you know. So this ratio is known and tau is known, so you can calculate T bar. So earlier problem ratio was known, T bar was known, you have calculated tau. Here you have calculated T bar. Okay. So this T bar value, if you calculate, this comes out to be 4.18 hour. So W is T bar into FB0, feed rate of solids, and that is 1. So 4.18 into 1, this comes out to be, this is tons per hour, hour will cancel out, 4.18 tons. Okay, and here you are using this equation for calculations because chemical reaction is controlling. So chemical reaction is controlling, we have used tau is equal to rho br by b kg Cag. These all we have taken constant because same conditions exist, and this proportionality, tau is inversely proportional to Cag, and using this we are doubling this, but the stoichiometry is 1:1, reaction is same, and because of stoichiometric requirement will be 1:1, conversion is 0.9, so 0.9 Ca will be converted. Ca0 is 2, you are using double the amount, so unconverted is 1 by 1, and then all with this logic you can proceed, and this is your final result. Next problem is 26.9. again here you are repeating the same example 26.4, if the gas is assumed to pass in plug flow through the reactor, earlier it was mixed flow reactor, now you have plug flow conditions. So for plug flow conditions, what you can do, you know, plug flow reactor entering and leaving concentration, if you know, you can find out the log mean concentration. Mean concentration best is you can take log mean. So here you have Ca0, here you have Ca. Ca is for 90% conversion, Ca is unconverted is 0.1 Ca0. Okay, Ca is Ca0 Ca. So Ca0 minus 0.1 Ca0. Inlet concentration minus outlet concentration divided by ln of inlet concentration by outlet concentration. Log mean concentration difference. As you take LMTD, log mean temperature difference. So instead of taking arithmetic mean, log mean will give you the better averaging here. So just substitute here, and log mean concentration difference will be 0.391 Ca0. So here in earlier case, this 0.55 for mixed flow, it is replaced by 0.39, that is the only change. So this is replaced by 0.391, so you get 2.558 hour. So in previous problem from mixed flow, you have this here 1 by 0.55 giving you 1.8181. Here we have this value 1 by 0.391, and you get this value. Okay, Ca is equal to, here you can put a bracket, so 1 by 0.391, tau 1 by 0.391. So time required for complete conversion in case of plug flow comes out to be 2.558. Again for same problem, so xb bar is 0.9, and for xb bar is equal to 0.9, you will get this value tau by t bar. Same equation, chemical reaction controls, so other things are not changing, same value of this, so you will get exactly same value 0.4435 of the previous problem. So you don't have to recalculate. T bar value will change because tau is changed. So T bar is 5.881 hours. So W is T bar into FB0. FB0 is 1. So this value is 5.881 tons. So in case of plug flow, it is 5.881 tons, whereas in case of mixed flow, it is 4.18 tons. Same problem we have solved. Problem 26.10. So here in a reactor, the fibers and the fluid converted in mixed flow reactor to give you the useful products. So these fibers are waste, and with some fluid, if you react it, it is supposed to give you useful products. Assume the fibers is having cylindrical shape. So fibers are of cylindrical shape. So you know. So this fiber, cylindrical shape, small r here, and this L we are having here, r is much less than L condition. Okay, so shrinking core model and chemical reaction controls. So what we have done for chemical reaction controlling spherical shape, we have derived the equation earlier. If you remember, 1 minus xb bar, it was integral 0 to tau 1 minus t by tau whole cube into this term. So that cube is replaced by square term for cylindrical geometry. That is the only change, and with that same derivation we are repeating here, and this is little bit easy than that. Terms will be less because we were having cubic term here, so and here square term. So as compared to the previous derivation, spherical particle, mixed flow of solids, okay, we were having cubic term, so we have integrated it for three different terms. Okay, here we have square term, so integration will be simple. So now here I am not uh, repeating step by step slowly as we have done earlier. Quickly we'll go through it. This 1 by t bar by tau square will come out. This tau minus t square, if you write, I am writing t minus tau whole square, that minus sign squared, so it becomes plus sign. So here we don't have minus sign, and that I am writing here a is equal to this. So this I am solving first function into integration of second minus integration of derivative of first into integration of second, and all these steps after doing this, this is the repetition of previous one. So this part again I write minus minus, so this minus sign I am taking here, minus 2 tau into this integration, and this integration again I solve by parts, and I get this term, and then I combine all these terms and substitute and then solve this. Okay, so it is here, you can go through. We have uh, already done it for cubic term, so this is easier than that. So as an assignment, you solve it on your own and then compare your results with this. So you will get here xb bar is equal to 2 into t bar by tau square into 1 minus e raised to minus tau by t bar plus 1 minus 2 into t bar by tau. Okay, and this 1 minus tau by t bar term, this you can expand again in series expansion, and that you substitute, and after solving this for 1 minus xp bar and all those calculations which we have done in details for chemical reaction controlling spherical geometry, here it is for cylindrical geometry. So instead of cubic term you have square term here. So this we get as 1 by 3 tau by t bar minus 1 by 12 tau by t bar whole square plus 1 by 60 tau by t bar whole cube, and so on. So these higher orders you can neglect. First two and maximum three terms are sufficient here. So finally you can write the equation as xb bar is equal to 1 minus 1 by 3 tau by t bar plus 1 by 12 tau by t bar square minus 1 by 60 tau by t bar whole cube plus 1 by 360 tau by t bar raised to 4. So you can, if you want to remember the final expressions, you just remember first three terms for different geometries. So here what we have done is this example problem statement you can read again properly from the book. I have not reproduced the whole problem here. Only thing is the fibers which you can consider to be in cylindrical shape. A cylinder, a fiber, single fiber is a single cylinder. particle, cylindrical particle, and such fibers reacts with fluid in mixed flow conditions to give you useful products. So these waste fibers are converted into useful products. So considering cylindrical geometry, single unchanging size, shrinking core model applies, and the chemical reaction controls. With this, your problem statement as far as the reaction engineering point of view is concerned, here it is over. Problem is solved. That is, you assume these fibers to be cylindrical. So single fiber will be single cylindrical particle equivalent. Width r is much less than length, and 1 minus xb bar, you can write 0 to tau. From table you can see, or you have already derived this in kinetics. So 1 minus t by tau square term into this capital E excitation distribution, which is nothing but e raised to minus t by t bar divided by t bar dt. So as far as reaction engineering is concerned, I have written the problem model already. This is the model, and rest is all mathematics. From here onwards, whatever we are doing is not chemical reaction engineering, it is mathematics. And that's why in the book by Levenspiel or any standard book, they don't give you this solution, they don't solve this all the steps mathematically. But here many times in our Indian institutions, we find this mathematics difficult, and we give more importance to this. So if you ask me from reaction engineering point of view, we are not solving this. This is mathematics. You should know this, and you refer to the earlier derivation, and don't look at this solution. First, start from here, solve integration by parts, and come up to this step. Then substitute this series expansion and obtain these results, and you should be able to solve it comfortably. Okay, so as a chemical engineer, you should be able to write a mathematical model properly. Mathematical model means a differential equation, then you solve by integrating both the sides and all that. But as a chemical engineer, you can't say that I have written a problem statement, I have defined all the conditions, and solution somebody else will do, mathematics person will do. No, you should be able to find the solution and these equations. So finally, when you solve the problems, design problems, we need these final expressions, and this we should be able to derive. We should be in a position to understand it step by step and to explain it to somebody step by step. So then you can say you have almost mastered the subject, and once you know this properly, then you can apply it for problem solving. Okay, so this is another case. Now same way you can solve for diffusion controlling and for different geometries. Okay, so those changes you can easily incorporate and solve a different exam. Now we'll study 4 problems on the similar data. The only difference here is we are using exit edge distribution curves. This is E exit edge distribution, and on x-axis you have time t in hour. So residence time distribution studies, which we have seen in reaction engineering 1, from that we have used this definition of E, and this represents exit edge distribution, and where we say the distribution, when we plot E as a function of time, area under the curve, is unity, normal distribution. So here for all 4 cases, tau is given as 1 hour, that is time required for complete conversion, and we are considering here case of chemical reaction controlling. So 1 minus xb bar is integral 0 to tau 1 minus t by tau whole cube e dt. This expression we know. When I substitute tau is equal to 1, so this simplifies to simply 1 minus xb bar is equal to 0 to tau 1 minus t whole cube e dt, and all 4 cases are similar, only change is the form of this exit-edge distribution. You can refer to the book. These curves have been shown and 4 different cases. Here I have written the time in hours. In the textbook the time is given in minutes. I have converted it to hour and plotted as time in hour because here tau is given in hours. So you can look at this distribution. Now we know for exit-edge distribution curve, area under the curve is always 1. So this area under the curve should be equal to 1. So this represents this y-axis values are not given in the figures given in the book. So this we have to locate. I have here shown these points also. These are not shown in the book. We have to find this location just from the fact that area under this is unity 1. So here you can look 1.5, time in hours is 1.5. So here this y-axis, this value multiplied by this should be equal to 1. So this y-axis value will be the reciprocal of this. This is 1 by 2 means 3 by 2. So this is 2 by 3. So it is 0.667. So this value 2 by 3 I have substituted for e, and when you solve this integral, e raised 1 minus t whole cube, integration of this is 1 minus t whole bracket raised to 4 into minus 1 by 4, and limits are 0 to 1. Here time is up to 1.5, but tau is 1. This represents residence time distribution. We are interested till time required for complete conversion. So 0 to 1. So when you substitute these limits here and solve, so this will be simply this will reduce to 1 by 6. So 1 minus xb bar value is this 0.1666. So xb bar will be 1 minus that value. It comes out to be 0.833. So for this case, the mean conversion is 0.833. Next case. Now what is the difference? This representation is different. As I told you earlier in the book, this time is shown in minutes. I have just converted it to hour because tau is given in hours. These values are not given in the book. This we have to just locate from the definition of this distribution, EDT. So here this is E, okay. EDT, dt is here 0.5, 0.75. So difference is 0.5. 0.5 means 1 by 2. So this is 1 by 2. For area under the curve to be 1, this has to be 2, okay. So from this I can locate this, and this value is 2. Just substitute E is equal to 2. Now, though time required for complete conversion from the data, this is time required for complete conversion, it is 1 hour. Okay, but this distribution, this ends here at 0.75. So we don't have the data beyond this point. So we'll take these limits, 0.5 to 0.25 to 0.75. If you take these limits and substitute here, you get this as 0.156, and xb bar you'll get as 0.844. So for this kind of exit edge distribution, mean conversion is 84.4. So here you can look at the limits. We have taken 0.25 to 0.75 because here our distribution data ends, means it is not going, residence time is not going beyond this. So though the time required for complete conversion is 1 hour, there will not be complete conversion. Okay, so mean conversion will get this value. If you compare with the previous problem, here time required for complete conversion is 1 hour, though we have the data up to 1.5 hour, but as time required for complete conversion is 1 hour, so in 1 hour everything is over, so you will not go beyond this point. So 0 to 1. Here, because the largest value of residence time from the data is 0.75, so you cannot go beyond that. So although tau is 1, we will perform the integration up to 0.75 only. So this point you have to note. Next, again this is E. Here it is 0.5 to 1.5. 0.5 to 1.5, so difference is 1. So for satisfying the condition of area under the curve to be 1, this y-axis, this value is to be 1. So I am writing E as 1. Time required for complete conversion is 1 hour. Though we have the data on residence time up to 1.5 hour, but our conversion or complete conversion will be in 1 hour only. So we will integrate up to this value 1. So starting from 0.5 to 1. This is E is equal to 1. The rest of the things you substitute, and this comes out to be 0.0156, and conversion, mean conversion is 98.44. So almost nearing completion in this case. And the next case, this is the last problem from exercise 26.14. Here we don't have residence time distribution curve in the forms like earlier cases. This function is direct delta function, and this represent infinitely high value of E and 0 width, when this width, this is very small tending to 0, and this is happening at t is equal to 0.75. T is equal to 0.75. In the book it is given as 45 minutes, so converted to hour. And this area under the curve for this function is 1. Okay, so this function E, for E dt you will substitute this function. So for exit edge E value we have this. Now with the definition of direct delta function, area under the curve is 1, and integration of this from 0 to infinity. Here of course we are performing up to time tau, and this goes to for time tau, but it goes up to infinity. This is a special function. So for this, from the definition, del of t minus t0 f of t dt, this function, any function when you integrate here with direct delta function E as del t minus t0, its integration is simply f of t0. So here our function is 1 minus t whole cube. So t is replaced by t0, f of t0. So t is replaced by t0. So 1 minus xb bar will be given by 1 minus t0 whole cube. Now this t0 value is here, okay, and it represents this value. It is 0.75 hour 45 minutes. So I will substitute it here. T0 is 0.75, that is from the figure. So 1 minus 0.75 whole cube, if you calculate this, this again comes out to be 0.0156 and this is 98.44% conversion. So almost nearing completion. So if you look at the previous case and this case, almost exactly same conversion you are getting. So here all these four cases, what we have seen, this is for chemical reaction controlling. So for any other case, only this portion will change as the resistances changes or the shape changes. This E dt, E dt is 1. So E I have to find out. Dt I can read from this figure, and this dt multiplied by this E is E dt, that is 1. So this I can find out. In book time is given in minutes, I have converted into hour because our tau is in hour. And here E in the book, these values are not given, these are not necessary, also just for the understanding. You should understand it better, so that I have plotted these values. Otherwise simply this should be 1, and these are rectangular shapes almost. So here it is 1 by 1, so square, in other problems it is rectangle, and this can be found out simply 1 by this value. Okay, so reciprocal of dt is value of E, and that's what we have found out and just written down, and this integral. So with different shape or different resistances, this will change, and with the different representations of E, whatever may be given, you can always find out this. And we have seen a special function like this also, for which we know it is infinitely high value of E with 0 width, 0 value of dt tending to 0. And from this definition of integration 0 to infinity del t minus t0 f of t dt will be simply f of t0. So my f of t is 1 minus t cube, so f of t0 1 minus t0 whole cube, and this I have substituted and we got this. So we have completed this chapter, and we have solved all the problems from the exercise. So this completes our first unit of gas solid reactions. In the next lecture, we will begin with the new topic on fluid reactions, and in fluid reactions mainly we will be considering gas liquid reactions. Gas liquid reactions. You know, when you pass any gas in the liquid or spray liquid on gaseous phase, what happens is two things will happen. If the reactive liquid is there, the reaction will take place between the gas and liquid, and because there will be some solubility of any gas in any liquid, depending on the solubility, whether it is sparingly soluble or moderate or highly soluble, the rate of absorption will depend. So there is a phenomena, physical absorption. and if you use the reacting fluid, then there will be chemical reaction also. And for chemical reaction to take place, gas and liquid must come into contact, and to bring them in contact, again there are resistances. So gas film resistance, liquid film resistance, based on two film theory, it has to overcome the resistances and reach to the bulk of the liquid for reaction to take place. And we will study the reaction regimes. Reaction may be at the gas liquid interface, or in the liquid film, or in the bulk of the liquid, or both in the bulk of the liquid and the liquid film. And depending on the speed of reactions, right from the instantaneous reaction to fast reactions to moderate to slow to very slow reaction, we'll study all these things called kinetic regimes, and we'll study the kinetics of that, and then we'll apply it to the reactor design. So in the next lecture, we'll begin with fluid-fluid reactions, and today we will stop here. We'll meet again in the next lecture.